Then all the aromatics, all the garam masala, the cumin, turmeric, ginger, the garlic. Oh my god, this goat just melting in your mouth. Little heat from the pepper sauce. You'll have to try this one. Alright, so our first step is to season our goat. So we're going in with some salt. And we want to be very liberal with our seasoning, very generous, because it's a one pot. So we're seasoning everything. Some black pepper, some cumin, some paprika, some dried thyme, some garam masala, fresh local green seasoning, and some lime juice. So you want to mix this in and massage it into the goat. We're going to let this sit and marinate for a few hours. Or if you want to do it the night before, that'll be probably best. Marinate for a few hours and then we go in on the cast iron. We get any aromatics ready, so I'm going to quickly peel some ginger. Tiff, what are you doing?
I'm going to cut up some onion and then move on to some tomatoes.
And what we have Dom doing?
And I am grinding up these seeds.
Cardamom seeds.
Cardamom
Cardamom
seeds. Okay, yes. And then I am grinding up garlic.
Lovely.
Alright, let's go. Right, come on, I'm going to show them a little neat trick here. So if you don't have a peeler and you want to peel ginger, just use the back of your knife or the back of a spoon.
I know that much. No, don't mash it.
Okay.
It's just a crack it. Yeah. And put them back in. You got all?
Yeah.
Perfect. And drop it back in there.
Right, so you can cut this up from here, right? So good.
No problem.
Start in the pot here to sear off the goat.
And I'm doing all of the garlic.
Yeah, and you're mincing that up. You're mashing that up. Well, I'll tiptoe for this cutting board.
Then we go with our goat. We want to give that goat a good sear.
I want this one mince up.
Yeah, a little smaller.
No problem.
Again, we're not trying to cook it all the way through, we're just trying to give it some color. Okay, take on the color of that garam masala. Oh wow, it smells so good already. We'll have to take out the goat and get started with the aromatics. So now we're gonna take out our goat. Oh yeah. And get started on the aromatics. We're doing it in the same pot because we want all that flavor. We want the one to come out. Right, so right back on the fire we go in. So if you can just hand me the onion and the ginger. Right, so straight in we go. I want to just let this cook until it's translucent, about a few minutes with the onions. So it's soaking up all that goat goodness. Alright, so we're just going to let this go for a few minutes and then we'll just add in some more aromatics. Alright, so now we're going in with our garlic, cinnamon stick, some bay leaves, and we need to tear this to open up the flavors. And some fresh tomato. Let this go for about a minute, and then we added in some more aromatics. Alright, so now we're going to add in some freshly grated nutmeg and turmeric. And lastly, some fermented pepper sauce. I mean, if you have regular pepper sauce, you could use that as well. So it's really going to help to take the dish to our next level. You see it's sticking to the bottom here, that's alright, don't worry. Once we add in our coconut cream, that is going to lift all that flavor right off the pot. Alright, so we're just going to let it go for a minute again, and then we're going to add in our soaked basmati rice. Add in our soaked basmati rice. We just washed it and let it sit in some water for about half an hour. Give that a good stir. Alright, so for the start of the show, so you know, most times you find this being used in drinks, but this is extremely versatile. So a lot of rich, concentrated coconut flavor in this. This is gonna just help marry so well with the goat, the rice. Oh my god, y'all should smell this. Alright, so we wanna just bring this up to temp. Heat up the rice, let the rice open up its pores, absorb all the flavors of the aromatics, the coconut. Let's give this about 30 seconds again, okay, see how hot it is, and then we go in with the goat. So you see how we getting this rolling simmer here? That's what we want. Wow, y'all should smell this. Alright, so now it's time to add our goat back in. I know it looks like a lot, but don't worry. Everything fits in, we're making sure everything fits. Oh yeah. It smells so good. Alright, so you want to get everything mixed up, and the last thing we're going to do before we cover is we're just going to top it up with some water. Just enough to cover. Because remember, the rice was already soaked, and we have that cream of coconut in there too. And the natural liquids and fat from the goat will render off. We just added in some water. Again, we want to make sure everything is submerged. And remember, people, you could always add, but you can't take out, right? In total, maybe 2-3 hours, depending on the tenderness of the goat. But we're going to leave it. The coals, if not sure how well we can get a visual of the coals, but we're going to let the coals continue to burn out because we want a simmer. We don't want a roll and boil. We want it to slowly cook. Alright, y'all, so you know how to come out in the sun here to show you. So let me just show you all, if I could ask you to come closer. Watch how soft that goat is. Okay, you can just mash up between your fingers. Melt it in your mouth. Mmm. Oh yeah. Wow. Getting all the aromatics, all the garam masala, the cumin, turmeric, ginger, the garlic. Oh my god, this goat just melting in your mouth. Mmm. Little heat from the pepper sauce. Wow. You'll have to try this one.